but they've somehow convinced me to do more shows than I did on my Canadian tour and fucking Australian tour.
It's like you're being punked. What if this will catch on? You get every year we get another.
You are being filmed while being filmed.
You're being filmed. Oh my God, you're punked. At the end of the festival, Ashton Kutcher will show up. Oh, Doug, you're being punked. You will film this.
This is our biggest project.
This is brilliant. I'm being punked.
I drink enough that I might be going, oh wait, this was on camera.
Băi, nu știu cum să... Știi? Dar...
Noi am vrea să... Știi? Nu. Exact.
So this is weird and unexpected, yet you have lights and cameras and booze.
How did this happen? It just took us by surprise.
We just take them everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Like everywhere, every couch we sit on, there's just lights and a camera.
Have you ever thought about like lavs? What I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, lavs.
Yeah, this is like Garth Brooks shit. Like, just how about a small lapel mic?
I think they are better. Like
They're better for sound quality.
Yeah, for sound quality.
It just reminds me of how giant my head is. Like, it doesn't quite fit.
You don't have a giant head.
Oh yeah. Here you go. Your haters can chime in on that's like Alien's head.
Will another small dog just come out and drink another shot?
Your set tonight was loud.
All right, so, oh my God, I thought
you
it
were
was
so loud.
I thought it was a dream. This Wednesday.
What can I say? It was in Romanian, so I can only say it was loud, but everyone laughed.
Yeah, so that's the upside.
Yes.
Yes.
I laughed.
Yeah,
At how
you
loud it
left.
was.
You left and laughed. I laughed and left. I laughed
It
and
was sold
left.
out. It was sold out, so there were no seats for me.
Yeah.
And nobody left, so I could sit down.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. But definitely tomorrow I will do a soft.
Yes.
What is a
Soft bit.
subject that, like, if you wanted somebody to walk out of
In
the show
Romania?
so you could open up a seat for a friend, what's the subject or the word? Hang on, let me. In the UK, packy is the N word.
So it's like not a racial slur, but
for me, growing up in Massachusetts, a package store is where you buy liquor. So it's a state-run. So we called it my entire life from a child, the Packy. Let's go down to the Packy and get some beers at the Packy. So to this day, Packy does not, and I would say this on stage in the UK, and everyone would, stop saying, no, Packy. I have not been trained since I was a child to think that's anything other than a liquor store. Even I will say the N-word with trepidation because I was trained that's bad, even when I'm being edgy.
Even if it's not bad.
No, it's just it's a sound you can make with your mouth. But do you have a word or something in Romanian?
What happens is that we've been talking about this for a long time. Romanians don't leave the show.
Yes.
They will just get angry, but
If
never.
I paid $10,
my money.
What are the subjects or what are the things that are taboo specifically to Romanians?
I think gays. I think homosexuality. I think it's a bit. Yeah, if you're like LGBTQ friendly. Yeah.
No. Hold on the thing. All of a sudden,
listen.
again.
No.
You're gonna kiss
I'll
again.
fuck your monkey.
I will fuck your bear. I know
be
you like that bear. I wanna fuck your
will be
bear.
showgirls,
and
my
look
man.
in
Kissed
the
me
eyes.
on the mouth 2 times.
This is just a teaser. This is a teaser. This is going before the podcast we filmed on Wednesday. So this is a teaser.
This is the
Just watch
first
that.
podcast.
Watch
so
the
this
show.
is going out.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay,
have
so-
a subject that
Shoot.
shivers the crowd. Shivers the crowd?
Yes,
Shivers
quite
the
poetic.
crowd.
Oh, wait.
All right. It is
Crowd
about
shiver.
That sounds like
collective.
you're talking about a clown and mispronounced the word. Oh, this is my friend Shivers the Clown. No, clown.
Shivers
He
the
shivers the clown.
What subject? What
about collective club.
Oh my god!
Yes.
But this is just wrong. I mean, he's talking about it was a big fire in a club and people died. And
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
Several years ago, we had
So,
a big tragedy,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
60
So
something
it's-
people
Oh,
died in a
here.
fire in
Yeah,
In
yeah.
Bucharest here, and nobody's touching
Nobody's
this.
ready. Nobody's ready for that. I mean,
is touching this subject. It's
That-
very
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, and if this
Wait,
but people get, but listen,
plus
look, people get
it's
pissed
Great
off.
White. You know that fire. Great White was a band. You probably play
Great
their
White.
fucking music and think it's new. And their pyrotechnics went off in a
Yeah,
small
this is what happened.
bar.
But this is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
burned down, killed like hundreds of people. And
Yeah, this
This
is
is
what
what
happened.
happened.
in
Yeah,
Intre.
yeah.
Exactly
well,
that.
see, Great White was a well-known shitty has-been band in America, so it was funny
it's
right
kind of
away.
It was funny right now.
Because
Yeah,
they finally lit up.
yeah.
Finally, they blew up.
No, it's not. But
And Dimebag Darrell when they killed that guy.
yeah.
So yeah, that was funny right away.
Why?
To me, well, I wrote this is how long ago it was. People still read your website.
yeah,
There was
Oh my
no
God.
social media yet, so you had to put funny things on your website. And I just wrote the only an artist could appreciate that. Just the dialogue that the rest of the band had with the booker after their lead singer was killed, saying, "Hey, we just want to get paid," and the booker says, No, you were supposed to do a full set." But they killed our lead singer.
it's not-
Yeah, but in the contract it says,
So funny.
and I did a whole, and this was when you had a forum on your website, so your fans could chime in. And the guy that ran my forum, I didn't know, was a huge fan and was actually at the show and just shut down my entire forum. I had to get a new guy. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, people just don't get
Yeah, but-
fucking comedy.
This is weird because it's like a joke about the situation around the tragedy, right? So this
Yeah.
is people get
Not
confused
about the tragedy, yes.
You're not laughing about the guy getting
The joke is about
what happened,
bookers.
what ensued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about
What
bookers,
an
yeah.
artist goes through.
Yeah, because we've been telling people that for some time, but it's really hard to understand that the subject and the victim of a joke are different. Like the subject is the shooting, but the victim is the booker. Like you're pissing on the bookers that do that shit, right? So it's about the situation that surrounds the tragedy. It's not about he got shot.
And that's kind of the problem with cancel culture, whatever it is, that when you give attention to people who complain, which we do, because everyone loves conflict, then people create conflict and go, "That's not funny."
Yeah.
If I say that's not funny, they'll pay attention to me and they'll bring me up on their podcast.
Yeah.
It's that kind of.
Yeah.
So
But people are now in the States, people are not being canceled anymore.
it's not about no one's ever gotten canceled.
Yeah.
The person that complains gets attention because
Yes.
conflict gets attention. Wah! You shouldn't say that, but then
I
it's
did
easy
the
fodder
right-
for us to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
look at this. You said the guy
Ang
before
comandala
we
mi na
were
casă,
recording.
trebuie să mă
You
duc
were
să iau pizza.
talking about your one hater. You fucked the monkey.
Să sun pe ăla.
And it was talked about before we started
Yeah.
filming. Your one douchebag
Yeah,
Listen.
I don't think it's working. Theo just left. I think you're losing crowd. You should change.
If he's going to get the pizza, we know
Yeah.
who the
Going
bitch
to
is.
Go get that pizza, boy.
So,
Anyway,
do you want to still do comedy?
Yes. Do you want to do comedy?
I do.
Like
you
it's
like,
long hours. Like you have a
do
lot of
comedy.
material on YouTube. It's like the full shows, like 1 hour full. A lot of shows on YouTube. So you work for an 1 hour material.
I love to do comedy when I have a new joke that for you when you have a new bit that you love to do. I
Yes.
can't wait to do this.
Yes.
How long does that last?
1 month.
Before you go, yeah,
1
Yeah,
month.
1
Yeah,
month.
I'm
It's
fucking
like,
tired of
I'm
this.
tired of
shit.
this.
Yes.
And then if you're tired of it, everyone else in your mind
course.
hates it.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of it, but they fucking loathe it. Fucking, you're doing it in your head.
Yeah.
Stop doing that bit you used to love last week. So I don't. I could during quarantines
Quarantine's all right.
for a year and a half. I never once thought I would love to be doing comedy right now.
Oh, really?
I like to be home. I'm fine with that. So
Same here.
yeah.
It was such a relief not doing this shit anymore.
But we did
but I
some
love
shit.
love doing your podcast. I love comedians. I will always.
Yeah, that's what keeps
want
me
to
going.
be around
Yes,
comedians.
Yes, and it's so sucky because if you hang around comedians all day, then you talk to regular people, and it's so cringy. It's like, oh my god, did he really say that? It's so awkward. Yeah, it sucks. Basically, that's why I kept going for all these years, just for the comedians.
It's different than like it's not hanging around with celebrities.
Yeah.
I love hanging around comedians that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Are like I walk into a room of new comedians.
Yeah.
Comedians are better people than you.
Yes, they are.
They are. They're
Because-
better people than celebrities. They're better people
Yes.
than your favorite musician.
Yes.
They're smarter than everyone, and they're funnier than you.
Yes, and I think that the art form keeps you very grounded because you can always bomb, and you're bombing, and you got this new joke, and you think, oh my god, it's gonna kill, and it doesn't, and you go back to square one.
Right.
Whether when you're a singer, and every night you go, now you go, fucking shit, man,
Yeah,
I'm
shit.
brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm just this great the human being, and I know all the things that you're supposed to say. So yeah, it's sucky. But there are annoying comedians also.
Yeah,
There
but
are.
generally not in the green room. In the green room, everyone's pretty on.
No, because at least here in Romania, we don't have like this. We're sort of nice people, and we don't just because there are annoying comedians in the green room, and we can just get the fuck out of here. So we have to listen to them because
And be
we're
very
not-
polite.
and very polite.
People are
And
very
it's not
polite
like-
with me.
Yes, because I've heard this. I mean, I think Bill Burr was saying sometime that when he first started in Boston, there were like older comedians or something, and he had a limited number of fucks in his set. He was asking how time do you have? Like I got 15 minutes. Okay, you have 4 fucks for 15 minutes, and he was on stage. Oh my god, was this my 5th fuck? They're not gonna let me.
Yeah, well, Boston comics
Yeah,
are the entrenched ones, the ones that
Yes,
never left,
yes.
are known to be just awful cunt pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Insular,
It's something about
snobby, and they all have the same fucking act. And what are you from, Woburn?
Woburn.
Fuck you! And then people clap. They're the dumbest.
they're
I
like-
grew up in Massachusetts, and I thought for some reason we were smarter than people because I guess
Yeah.
the South is
Yeah.
known as dumb, so I guess we're smart. And then as soon as I left when I was 18, I'm like, oh my God, New England are the biggest fucking redneck hillbillies. The Kennedys are just because the Kennedys are from there. No, the rest of the people are the most small-minded fucking morons.
Yeah, but then again, a lot of great comedians are from Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Because
Bill
the
Burr.
accent is
Bill
funny.
Burr, Patrice O'Neill, Louis C.K. I mean, a lot of
And I
comedians
think it's also Bo Burnham.
Bo
is-
Burnham. Yes, he's
Do
from
you like
Massachusetts.
Bo Burnham with the music
You
and
know Bo
No,
Burnham?
I did. I don't know if he was on my episode of the Green
Room, yes, he
Yes.
was on your
Yeah.
episode.
I
You were with Dave Attell, with
Yeah.
Bo Burnham. Yes, he was on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried to watch that thing where he's alone during
Yeah.
quarantine, and it's just not my thing.
Yeah,
But I didn't hate it.
pretty emotional.
It didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
hate it like the guy we talked about. That started a problem in my head. That guy. Oh wait, well that's an episode coming up, so let's leave that alone.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
jacked up.
That guy. But yeah.
Who?
I'm telling you, there was just
Matt
the
Matt
Oh,
Right,
Matt
yeah.
Rife. Oh my God.
yeah. Stay tuned on the next. But
Baby
like
kissing.
like there's
Yeah.
guys like Lenny Clark, who is one of the funniest human
Yeah,
beings
yeah, yeah.
naturally. His act, no one's quoting it.
Yeah.
But as a human being, hilarious. Boston accents are funny. Boston
yeah.
men are funny. That accent on a woman is horrific.
This guy.
But there's
Vagina.
Vaginas.
Louis C.K.
Louis
had a
C.K.
bit about vagina. He said it's a vagina,
There's
it's
also,
a vagina.
there's also that guy. I'm missing the name. The
Who?
bitter Buddha.
The bitter Buddha.
Bitter Buddha. Yeah,
oh, Eddie Pepitone.
yeah.
Oh,
Eddie
my
Pepitone.
favorite. Like, I'm too old to remember favorites. But if you said Ed, he's definitely my favorite right now.
Yeah.
I'll forget in the morning. You know? But Dave Attell, but Eddie Pepitone is absolutely brilliant.
He had this bit which is legendary when he went in the audience and heckled himself.
Oh yeah, that's just
Do you know it?
great.
No.
It's amazing. He just left the stage, took a seat in the audience, and he began to heckle himself like on a details that just you would like
That is
heckle,
so
actually heckle
great.
himself like
Yeah,
on
yeah,
shit
yeah.
he only he could knew. That was amazing.
And I'm not saying that he stole that, but no, I'm not.
He? Oh
because
my God!
You
heard it
between
here
shows.
first.
No, but have you ever heard of Otto and George, the puppet
Yeah.
act?
Yeah, I heard about it. I don't think we've ever
He
seen
was
that.
a legendary crackhead, and he was an awful ventriloquist, but the filthiest.
Yeah, he
like,
was really
he
dirty,
like,
right?
made Andrew Dice Clay seem tame, and, but so I saw him at the Chicago Comedy Festival, and he didn't like leave the stage but he had the puppet heckling him with
that's
all
nice.
listen, you're here in front of all of the industry. They all know you fucking suck. You're a crackhead. You don't show up for gigs. George, you shouldn't be saying this to the nice people. Fuck you every time you open your mouth. The fucking show sucks. What do you hope to achieve here? You've already lost all credibility. Like everything that everybody knew about him behind his back, he's just, fuck, you're going to go nowhere.
We had a shock. We actually had a shock when we met you in New York that time, because we told you that Pablo Francisco is the biggest thing in Romania, and your first reply was that crackhead. I don't know if you're comfortable with us saying this here, but this was your reaction.
First of all,
crackhead.
There is now a legendary video of him having a meltdown on stage.
It's also called his last special. On his last
No,
special,
no.
he's sweating profusely and going
No,
like,
this is, you haven't seen the Pablo
No,
Francisco
I haven't,
in Sacramento, where he goes on a meltdown and he just keeps repeating the same jokes over and over, and
Milli
the-
Vanilli? Just like
and
Milli Vanilli.
sounds worse.
So of course he's sweating. I was in this, and Pablo, I love you, but
it's going straight to you, Pablo Francisco.
Yeah.
I was playing Scandinavia maybe it was that same tour because I left from the UK to Scandinavia, and Pablo's huge in Sweden. And
Pablo's huge in Europe, man.
okay,
Yeah, I
but
think it is, yeah.
Scandinavia, Sweden, he was like, I'd see posters where he's playing like 30 cities. I'm playing 3, and I didn't know 2 of them existed. And he's playing like 30 cities. I'm like, what the fuck? And so the whole time I'm making fun of him. Oh, Pablo Francisco, one man, one joke. One joke. And you love it.
One man, one
So we end up in Finland, in capital. Help.
Finland, Helsinki.
There she is.
Oh, there she is.
So we're in Helsinki, and I'm in my hotel downtown, and I look across the street, and a building that's as big as what your biggest building is here.
The House of the People.
The House of the People. It's seemingly that big, and I look out my hotel
the second biggest
window.
city on earth. So after
Yeah.
Okay,
maybe a
the
smaller.
entire side of the building says Pablo. And I'm like,
my God.
you gotta be fucking kidding me. It was the it was the Museum of Art, and it was a Pablo Picasso showing. But at first I'm like, after the end of the tour, are you fucking?
You see what he did there?
It was,
You're like,
But he was really huge. I mean, when
Yeah,
we
yeah.
met, it was like what?
2008.
2008.
March 2000.
It was like in Romania, you had like three names in stand-up comedy that everybody knew. It was like Pablo Francisco. It was, of course, Seinfeld, because we were broadcast the series,
Yeah.
right? And Robin Williams.
Robbie,
Yeah,
live,
with
live
the
on Broadway.
Live on Broadway.
Live from
So,
Broadway.
like, everybody who knew stand-up in Romania knew
Yeah.
these 3 names: Robin Williams,
That's very
Seinfeld,
weird.
and
Yeah.
Pablo
And
and
Francisco.
if Pablo is listening, he would be very honored to be mentioned
I don't think
with those 2 people.
I don't think he's
He had a
listening.
show here in Bucharest at.
yeah. I opened for it.
He opened for.
I opened for him.
Pablo Francisco.
Yeah, it was-
and I
it
opened
sucked.
it for
What
Carlos
was-
Mencia.
how was his new material?
For Carlos Mencia.
We talked about in the a bit in the backstage, and of course, whenever somebody comes from another country, we give them like a cultural background. Like we
Yeah.
tell them like, this is the drugs we're doing, this is the music we're listening, this is like it's nice. It's just like welcome. You know, this is the country you're in. This is what happens. And we joked around, and he actually said like, I fucking said some weird dumb joke about weed, and he was like, "Can I use that?" And I was like, "No, you just didn't do that. Come on, how can you use that shit? That
Well-
shit." But the funniest thing, I still have a picture in my memories on Facebook, is that they had like security posters on the wall, like who needs what clearance to go anywhere, and there was a picture of Pablo Francisco. Still the funniest shit I ever saw in a green room ever. It was just a security picture of him, and he said he is the artist. He does not need anything.
Well, the end of the story in Helsinki is I went from the hotel to some kind of mall that was next door that had a food court, and ran into another comedian I hadn't seen since the 90s in Florida. And I go, at Sushi, of course. And I said, Flip, what the fuck? Like, to run into someone in a food court in Helsinki
That you haven't seen from Florida in 90s.
that I haven't even known since a 2-week gig. And he goes, "Oh, I'm opening for Pablo. I'm his handler." Like, they would book him just to because you're very likable and you can keep Pablo off of crack, maybe.
Oh my God.
And so that was his job. And
I'm not with. Yes.
No, that's just beer.
Yeah.
Keep him
that's
off
my
beer.
job. Keep him off beer. No beer for you, mister.
No beer for you. You're the beer Nazi.
But
The
beer
beer
is
Nazi.
much lighter than crack.
Yeah.
'Cause
You'll get there, my friend. You'll get there. Cheers, man.
Cheers to crack.
Cheers to crack.
Crack light.
Crack light.
When you pointed him out, I assumed that he was having the same job for someone else.
No.
He's the one that needs to be watched.
Yeah.
See, it's
Sometimes,
always the
sometimes.
one that you don't expect. The little guy.
No.
Not little.
Yeah.
Well,
I have a
are you going to
huge-
fit into my suits? I was going to give you all my suits because you're the
Yeah,
closest.
definitely want
Except for the white one that you can put on the wall, the tux.
We're gonna have one of your suits up on the wall in 99. We're just gonna honor you like that.
Yeah.
And it's nice
Yeah,
that it's white
we're gonna
because
bring it
after you
tomorrow.
die,
Don
it's gonna
Cooper's
look like your
here.
ghost. We're gonna have the ghost of Stanhope in the club.
I was only worn here ever once. I bought that at a flea market type of $5 plus the accoutrements. So it's probably $20. You're not getting the shoes. Buy your own white shoes.
Why the suit and tie?
Because everything that I brought here,
Okay.
it's a long story. I'm de-hoarding. So I brought everything that I would have gotten rid of here and to leave here because I'm a hoarder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Also, this happened in Europe with Romania with garbage.
No, but also with after we had our revolution, right?
See, she's still in charge even while we're fucking.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
My wife.
My wife, take my wife,
Take
please,
my wife,
please, kiss.
Suits now because you started wearing suits and now all you
Yeah, why did you start? I mean, the
Well,
question:
yeah,
why did you?
because
Why
you
did you?
were-
I enjoyed
Jersey.
once I used to wear just an overcoat and a toque is what they call them.
Yeah, I know. We know that phase. But
Yeah, and then I would
Yeah,
wear
would be-
football
we
jerseys
know
and
the football jersey.
yeah, but
period.
once I figured out how to put it was the white shoes really. My neighbor bought me a jacket, like a old 70s used car salesman jacket, and I happened to find yellow pants that went with it. And then I go, "Oh, wait. If I get these white shoes that we bought it, I'm like, all right, that's how you put a suit together." And then we just kept going to thrift stores trying to find old stupid shit like this. I don't like the way this one fits. You get it. So I leave it here.
But
Yes.
this whole idea of going to another continent to de-hoard,
yeah.
it's like the least environmentally friendly solution.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That's
gonna
like
fly
so-
thousands of miles just to
Yes.
de-hoard like
There's like-
6 shitty
It's
suits.
it's so an American thing to do.
Yeah.
To dump your shit on other countries. But I'm not gonna use that. Let's dump this shit over here.
No, let me burn kerosene for
Yes.
thousands of miles.
They
and
will.
then
They will probably love it because they're so poor.
they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't have any
shitty.
suits.
They don't know. They don't have suits. I mean, I'm surprised
I
they're
believe.
clothed. So, do you have neck rings here?
I'm surprised all the women are not topless, just
Oh
dancing.
my God! You have pizza here.
I believe this
shit
is a
down.
bit. Deadbeat Hero is really my first DVD.
Yes, it
and I
is
think I
great.
did the bit on that. It was around then that was the way to stop the war in the Middle East, is to make them as bored and complacent and disinterested as we are, because they have nothing but dirt clods for toys. So if we dumped all the old shit, and I don't know what I used as examples of whatever was the video games that we don't use anymore. If we just, instead of bombs, dropped all our old cell phones that are not cool anymore and dropped everything that makes us distracted on them, then no one's fighting because everyone's,
There will be-
there's some bit to
They
that
were like,
effect.
Hamas, Shamas, this is Fortnite.
There you go. You made it updated.
Yeah, I'm the young one. I can make it updated. This is truly amazing, Doug. Like, this is like I've been drinking for a while for today now, and looking at you right now with all the lights on and the camera going on. This is actually fucking insane that you're here doing this with us on this couch. This is fucking insane.
Oh, I got really cunty, Don. Let me tell you before. I don't know how quickly we have to wrap this up before I have to go on that stage. But the early show, evidently it's your call. People are filming everything. And I go, you better make sure they're not filming me, because you're not going to have... I didn't know it was your people. I thought it was just someone filming their friend. And when I went on stage, I'm like, yeah. Okay, you can leave in the part where I talk shit about Don Cooper, because that's some new good jokes at your expense.
That's really nice material. It's going to go in your next special, right?
Yeah.
I said, but yeah. And then when I told them to shut it off, they wouldn't. And I'm not fucking telling a joke till you shut the cameras off. And it got to a tense place. Yeah, and then afterwards they go, it's part of the festival, evidently. Like, I'm like...
Festival?
That's what I said. That's what I said. I go, Don Cooper, at first, he's like sending me these things, and he goes, okay, I'm going to turn you over on WhatsApp to the co-executive producer in charge of logistics and transportation. And I go, oh, you mean your friend with the car?
No, he did another voice. Hello, it was him.
What
time would you like me to pick you up?
We're just gonna break this to you right now, right?
Yep.
This is just breaking news for you right now. There's no festival, man. It's just you coming over here. So
if it wasn't been for that pesky comedians, right? I would have gotten away with it.
It's improv. It's improv and sketches. It's also improv and sketches. It's improv and sketches. It's workshops. It's all of that. I mean, don't really build something around you coming here.
That fell apart evidently to where improv, sketch, and stand-up, like they had to combine them into one thing. And I don't know everything that fell apart here. I just know that
you are glad to be part
I
of
said,
it.
I will come over, but I don't have any act. And they go, that's okay. But they've somehow convinced me to do more shows than I did on my Canadian tour and fucking Australian tour.
It's like you're being punked. What is this will catch on. You get every year we get, we get another.
You are being filmed while being filmed.
While being filmed, you're being filmed. Oh my God, you're punked. At the end of the festival, Ashton Kutcher will show up. Oh Doug, you're being punked. You will film this.
This is our biggest project.
This is brilliant. I'm being punked.
I drink enough that I might be going, oh wait. This was on camera.
This is amazing, and as I told you before when we were talking, like on Wednesday, which is gonna be the next podcast. Yeah. Don Cooper here has pulled a magic trick. We've never seen before. And I told you the magic trick. What he did was like pulling a hi-hat out of a rabbit, right?
Yes.
This is exactly what happened. He pulled a hi-hat out of a rabbit by bringing it here. So thank you, Don Cooper, for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
That's exactly what I told Doug. I said they are such fans over here.
Yeah.
I wanted him to come for the community.
Yeah.
And I did, and he actually set up a roast, which I queered him off of, but he goes, no, but what about the roast?
Be careful with the
why
queer
did you
thing.
do this? And but would you let us roast it? And I go, well, no one knows me.
Yeah.
So the roast happened last night, and the biggest insult, like everyone wrote some good slams, but the biggest insult were all the empty chairs. Bad idea.
On the dais or in the crowd?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Those get the biggest laughs because
they were like, people didn't come to roast you.
yes, my own friends from America, the only ones who knew me, didn't show up till I was closing it up.
Did you have an empty chair with Joe Rogan on it? Going like, come on, Rogan didn't show up. What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
so yes,
you
big up to Don Cooper for
thank you,
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
the greatest trick Don Cooper ever pulled was convincing the world it didn't exist.
Doug Stanhope exists.
He's convincing the world Doug Stanhope exists.
This is so great. He's like the white elephant, man.
Yeah.
He's not
I said this at the earlier show, I think, but that I know the history a bit of this country, and everyone's still a fucking rat, narc,
No.
tattletale. No, because he won't leave me alone. And when he left me alone tonight, he had Greg, his other fucking, henchman.
meat puppet.
I've never been left alone. So when I go to I only go to the bar at the hotel, but every night he's there when I come down, and he's there, and they fucking, oh, I heard after I dropped you off, you came back down and you had 4 margaritas, because the fucking snitches at the bar tell him everything, because they think he's fucking Stasi or fucking...
The fuck are you doing drinking margaritas in Bucharest?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's on you, man.
I black out. You black out for a reason, not for Don and his fucking lackeys to remind you what you did after you fucking forgot everything. I forgot I was here till you wrote it down in my permanent record.
How could you say, fuck it, I'll get a 4th margarita? You know what? Fuck it. I'll get a 4th margarita.
And that's also a very good name for a special. Fuck it,
I'll get a 4th margarita. Oh my god, that is so nice.
All right.
Cheers.
There you go. Hit it right off the bottle.
Yeah, no.
You need to
Crack
drink
a bottle.
more.
I don't want to crack no bottle.
Now that I know you're the one with the problem.
Yeah, I have a drinking and
And the problem.
and a problem.
I have a drinking and a problem.
That's
I'm
an
trying to
album
solve my
title.
life.
I have a drinking and a problem.
I have a drink and a
And a
problem.
At this show, I think I was a little bit loud because my therapist was at the show.
Oh, was
Yes.
So
Was she?
Was she?
'Cause she's a therapist, but it's
yeah.
not. I don't do regular therapist because I'm not a regular person. So
Yeah, but you do a female therapist because you don't regularly get laid.
Because you don't regular do females.
definitely accept
This is
that.
the problem I want to talk to you about. No one ever look at my dick. Look at my dick. Is there a problem?
Why? I mean, why did you? I mean, you thought that you should emphasize your joke,
Yeah, but
so
no,
so
it's
she
like-
would
it's like-
think you're funny.
Let me wrap it up very
just asking.
concretely. I don't know.
Okay, he's about to
Concretely.
make a point.
I'm
Yeah.
about to
Everybody
make a point. So
Everybody.
it's not regular
I've been
therapy. It's like hypnosis. I do some hypnosis therapy and so I'm doing some. Let me listen. I'm doing some hypnosis for my drinking problem. I wanted to stop drinking. So I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Please, please.
You hypnotized me.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
You got second-hand hypnosis?
It's on me this hypnosis. So I gave her some
Money.
Money,
for
yes.
this therapy
So
to
she made me
solve it.
forget I gave her some money.
To solve me my drinking problem. So now, because she came to the show, I was doing a bit about me solving the drinking problem, but I didn't.
I also drank, but I also drank.
But I didn't, and I don't want her to feel bad that she didn't work. She
Yeah,
didn't.
she didn't. Yeah,
She
yeah,
did. She
I
get the
understand.
money, but
Got the money.
She got the money. So, poți să zici tu exact.
Noi suntem încadrați că rupa
I tried to sum
So
it up
he
very
feels-
quickly because I'm not so
Ah,
But
you-
do you
basically,
understand?
basically, you want to rub it in her face. Then her hypnosis didn't work.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You didn't
I
want.
didn't, and he
I
just
didn't
takes a shot.
want
Yeah,
it to
yeah.
I don't
rub
wanna
it
rub it
in her
Oh,
face.
okay, okay, I get it.
I changed. I've changed the.
He does. He pays her
bit-
for therapy, not to watch your podcast.
Yeah.
She's
No,
not
that-
watching.
She's not watching.
No.
Yeah,
She's not watching.
I guarantee.
yeah.
She's
So
watching.
he's like,
No,
my
she's
therapist
not.
is not
No.
watching
My
this.
therapist.
Hopefully not watching because if I look at some people in the crowd that they are not laughing, I try to struggle and get them a laugh. So she is like the same with me. She's like,
why aren't you cured?
Why aren't you cured?
Yeah,
So
I have so many
wanted-
patients, and you're still drinking. So he's all her attention. Is just
I just want to ease her work.
It's a great point. I bet comedians are about the only
Guy who's not
profession
like-
that actually gives a shit
About-
when it doesn't work.
Yeah.
A mechanic?
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to fix your transmission and you
Yeah.
got
The
stranded
fucking
on the
transmission's
highway.
Yeah.
What? You
Yeah.
win some, you lose some.
Yes.
Comics are the only ones going, why didn't you laugh?
Yeah.
Everybody laughed.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I'm intruding, but I gotta say this was the first thing when we were starting out. I think it was like it was in 2007 when we were filming that Deco retrospective shit.
Yeah.
Kishu brought a
2007.
Kishu
yes.
brought up. So the first time I ever talked to a guy who had been doing stand up for like a long time was in 2007. He'd been doing it in Israel. He was a guy from
Tom
one of
Rhodes?
one of Kishu's friends. No, nobody would know. But it was the first time. Like we had like 3-4 years.
That's why I named him.
Yeah. but listen, it was 3 or 4. We had 3 or 4 years under our belt, right? We were beginners, and it was the first time I ever talked to somebody who'd been doing it for like 15, 18 years, right? And this is what he told me. Like the first thing, anybody who'd been doing it for like a long time, he told me, if I have 1,000 people in the room, I will always focus on the one guy who's not laughing. This is the first lesson I ever had from like anybody who'd been doing it for a long time.
Anytime I've read a book by a stand-up comedian,
Why would you read the book by yourself?
Well, you always hope, because I read books by rock and roll people that were heroin addicts and all the fucked up stories, and you go, there's going to be comics that haven't stopped drinking like me that have story. No. But it's one of the things that, because stand up is still, even as many as there are, our backstory is not. It's something that you have to put into a book to let people know. It's a huge thing. You will always focus on that one guy that's not laughing,
And that one gig that went wrong, and
Comedy condo is maybe an American thing.
Yeah, we don't
that's
have it here.
in
Yeah.
any comics book has to mention the comedy condo
yes.
where you have to live in this fucking apartment. But yeah, there's a few things that you have to say just to let people know the lifestyle.
dare I say, and I will be very controversial.
Oh my God!
I will be
dare
very.
you.
I will say
I
I'm
double
controversial
dare
with
you.
fucking Doug Stanhope on the couch.
Yes.
This is one of the points that Hannah Gadsby made that I really appreciated. Is that we focus on the negative, and we think that if we do a joke about the negative, we solved the negative. This is one of her points in her first special, and it's really nice.
Yes.
Going like, I will focus on the one guy who didn't laugh, the show that went wrong, the comedy condo, and so on, and I will make a bit about it. And if I say that bit, and that bit gets laughs, that trauma, that shitty situation, that fucked up thing that happened, it's solved. But it's not. You just got some laughs out there.
Oh, okay. So if you could get the editor to cut in, I think it's the closing bit to before turning the gun on himself.
Okay.
The killer
That's what-
closer. It's where
Yes.
I go, I'm tired of fucking. I thought I solved all
your
these
problems,
bits.
yeah.
thought I saw.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Hannah
that's
Gadsby did that
brilliant.
without the
Just-
fucking jokes
Yes.
or charisma.
Abortion is still a thing. I thought I solved that
Yeah,
problem.
I said on a 2004 special I talked about
That is so
why
good.
would I ever.
Why were we still
Yeah.
talking about it? I solved it.
Yeah, she said it dully and cold.
No, she
And
said
with
it differently.
two examples.
No. It's different because what she said is that if you have a fucked up thing that happened in your life, if you just make a joke out of it, it will not solve anything that fucked up thing happened in your life. It's not like a problem in society because what you said is, I know, and I remember that joke. It's amazing because it deals with a frustration that we as comedians have, like going like we're still talking about this and we have some shit in Romania that's.
So she's talking about being raped. Oh, I made a joke about it, and it still bothers me.
Yeah.
But that's the whole problem with self-help in general. Is where hey, okay, now, and you make up a reason that. Okay, the reason I'm fat is because I was molested by my uncle because I read this book and. Well, you can always.
The point is that
you're
if
still fat and you still eat ice cream all day.
For sure,
and it didn't help.
For sure. What I'm saying is that comedians think they process traumas or problems, but they don't. I mean, what we actually do is we turn trauma into laughs, but
into
we never
attention.
But we never solve the trauma.
Which is cash. That is emotional cash.
Yes, definitely.
Emotional
Yes.
cash.
When I wake up in the morning with
and
a
you're
lot of
still
shame.
broke.
Yes.
You're
With a lot
still
of shame.
broke. But they clapped for me last night.
Yes.
Hey, guy at the
Emotional
convenience store. Don't you
No.
know who I am? I got a round of applause. And then you still hate yourself. Yeah, I have no problem with Hannah Gadsby. I would rather watch someone interesting, even if I find their story tired. Like, I remember seeing Sandra Bernhardt. I saw her live at the House of Blues or something. And I'm like, she's not saying jokes at all. But she's interesting.
All right.
I think it was Richard Pryor said, if you can't be funny, be interesting.
I think it was Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle said, apparently Richard Pryor said it
Really?
first. Yeah, if you're not, you should focus on being interesting, not
If
funny.
you're not funny, at least be interesting.
Yeah,
Richard
But
Pryor
no-
or
no
Dave
doesn't
Chappelle?
matter.
It doesn't matter who said it. The principle still stands.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
not funny, at least be interesting.
And there's a lot of people that
Well, I gotta be
a
funnier.
lot of folks find
I
funny.
guess I should be
There's
funnier.
a lot of people that are making millions of dollars a night in arenas that are not fucking interesting at all.
No, but
Oh,
they're
the
funny.
list is long. We have a long list.
But
You
they're
know
funny for
what's
the people
great?
paying the tickets, right?
You
So-
know what's great in Romania is because we can actually say like stuff like Tom Segura is not funny, Bert Kreischer is not funny.
Bert is not funny, but Tom is.
I mean, on a special, did you see his last special?
If
Doug?
you're only as good as we just got
What
you in a pinch
Is
here.
this? I mean, he's funny as if on a podcast, but their last specials, I'm sorry to say, they were not funny.
What?
So you just tell them. Tell them, Doug.
Tell them, Doug, because we can afford to tell because he's
Vio.
not going to
His
get
name is
to.
Vio.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
see-
So Vio from
Vio
Romania,
from Romania
said
said-
that their last special were not that good.
I'm waiting for you guys to get done. Okay. Bert Kreischer has made me laugh more as a human being than I wouldn't even watch a Bert Kreischer special. I watch very little comedy, and he takes his shirt off and he does dumb shit. I don't go, I can't wait for the next Bert Kreischer special. I can't wait to see him in person again. Because
it's
every
funny in
fucking
real life.
person.
Is he what we call table comic? Like it's like
we
he's
have
funny at the table. He's funny
you know what he does?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we have.
You know what he does is he makes you feel like you're the funniest person in the room to everybody, and that's why he will never
Infectious laughing. Infectious
Yes,
laughing.
that's what I do.
I've never. Everything is a superlative with Bert Kreischer. He has never laughed harder. I've never seen someone with more charisma. He's never, everything he does, he's never done it more than this time with you.
Yeah.
And who
It makes
doesn't,
you feel special.
whose
Who doesn't-
ego does not
who
fall
doesn't wanna
into
feel
that.
special, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
who doesn't want to feel special?
And
but
he's
as far
kind
as
of
the
genuine.
special,
Yeah, but
The
but
special
why
not makes
is
him
this
special.
Why is this this
Yeah,
this
but
distance?
why
between-
are you guys watching stand-up comedy? That's like porn stars going, you know what? That anal scene was weak. We're talking about porn. We're not talking about porn.
curious. We want to see the last special
And
of some-
Segura, I watched one special of his. I really don't watch. There was a few times during COVID where I'm so afraid afraid because of a wet-brained alcoholic. I don't want to see a bit that I think is great and then a year later go, did I write this? But during COVID, I watched a few new guys, and but Segura was one I had never watched, and I fucking love Segura. But now I don't like him because he's never asked me to do his podcast. So now I have to say he's not funny.
This is going out straight out to your mama's house. This is going out straight out to Christina Pajitsky, because she's always, is it right, Pajitsky?
I've also done so many
This
podcasts
is
where
going
I
out
was
from
not
Romania
funny
to
at all.
Hungary.
Yeah.
From Romania to Hungary. From Romania to Hungary. You know the history, baby girl. You know the history. From Romania to
Hey,
Hungary.
Bulgarian, shout out to you too, baby.
Fuck Bulgarians. No, this is going out from Romania to Hungary. Christina Pajitsky, Tom Segura.
Insane
Get
in
this
the
guy on
Ukraine.
your podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck your mama's jeans.
Sure.
Yeah, and I have one idea
Bill
about.
Burr, if you're watching.
If you're watching, I have one idea about.
Shut up, man. We're
why-
gonna build you a new career.
why we are watching specials on Netflix, YouTube, and so is because that is how we started doing stand-up. Watching a lot of specials is like not imitating, but influenced us very much.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
now at this point, we just want to watch some specials just to get.
I already tuned out, but let me talk to you. That guy over there, he
Inspired.
looks like the young version of the bad guy from the cleaner from Breaking Bad. Like, because when he gets dead-eyed, gets dead-eyed and he looks at you, he looks like what's his
He's
name?
a good guy. He's a better guy than you
Yeah, but
think.
the guy that was the cleaner on Breaking
yes.
Bad, that would
He's funnier than Tom
Yeah.
Segura.
And get that guy on your podcast, not the guy. Get this guy on your podcast.
No, I'm
But-
just kidding, Tom Segura. Don't be mad at me.
Listen, let's wrap this up.
Yes.
It's time to start the show.
Yeah, those
Yes.
pizzas have been calling my name.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
It was
Thank you, Doug.
an unexpected,
Thank you very
weird
much. Thank you very much.
pleasure to have you
No,
here.
I was
Okay,
the,
that's the level of interaction I want to see
I
between
was
the
the
two of
one
you.
that was bummed out when I thought I wasn't going to see you guys again.
No,
Oh, really?
of
Yeah,
course.
no. Don
Yeah.
Cooper said, no, they don't want to be on the same stage as you. Or he said it different, more polite. but I thought that meant I won't see you. So here
Thank
we
you
are.
and fuck you, Don.
Fuck you, Don Cooper, yes.